excited about being here, then I don't know what else will. So congratulations on being dressed in your red, white, and blue. You look so patriotic, it's fantastic. I'm proud of you for being here. I'm proud of you for preparing. And what I'm most proud is that you came here to not honor yourself, but who? So today is not about us, is it? I hope that even when you're not here, that you will remember to do this in honor and say thank you to someone you might see on the street or you might meet when you're with your family. Whatever it is, I hope that you will always say thank you for your We are ready to begin, but what I need is that quiet, that focus, and when it's time to do your job, do it well. If there's a guest speaker, then you know what to do, right? So let's begin. We are going to bring our veterans out.
Gary. Second grader Nora Bond. United States Army retired Sergeant First Class Bradley Haven. United States Army retired Private First Class Margaret Haven. United States Army retired Sergeant United States Navy retired Army Officer Joe Ruddy.
Good morning. My name is Zach Macalunas, and I'm honored to be your host for today. On the 11th day of November, America celebrates Veterans Day. This is a very important holiday because it honors all women and men, living and dead, who have served our country in one of the United States Armed Forces. Today, we are here to celebrate and honor these men and women of our Neil Armstrong community that are seated behind me. Today, we recognize you and the 19 million veterans living in America today. Each of them bravely and selflessly put their lives on hold so that we could carry on with ours. They gave time out of their lives to protect the freedom of all Americans. Whether you fought in a war, were a supply specialist, a combat medic, or a logistics specialist, maybe you were an intelligence specialist, an engineer, a special agent, or military police. Maybe you provided fuel for aircrafts, or were in charge of recruiting or communications. Whether a mortar man or a missile specialist, a person in charge of cooking and feeding hundreds of men and women. No job was or is too small when it comes to protecting this nation and its 356 million American citizens. We, the students of Neil Armstrong Elementary, are honored to have you here as our guests today. Please welcome to the morning singers, Jackson Zubel, Joseph McGuire, Chelsea Pena, and Olivia Langenbach. Oh, and Carly Robacker. front line. They are leaders, officers, and so much more. They are members of the United States military. Here to share with us more about this topic is a family member of our own Neil Armstrong community. Please welcome retired Army Sergeant Bridget Bryson.
So I'm Bridget, I'm Nora's aunt. Nora, what grade are you in? Second grade. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about doing anything you can put your mind to. I'm 38 years old and I served in the Army and I have 2 master's degrees, and one thing I never put my mind to was public speaking. So when I was your age, I learned how to read and write, and that's why I have everything written down that I'm going to say. So good morning, everyone, and thank you for inviting me to say a few words about my experience in the military. When I was your guys' age, I never thought I would join. I always thought it was for those rough and tough boys and girls, and I certainly wasn't one. I was wrong. So my dad served in the Navy, front and center, and he would always tell us stories about how he traveled on a Navy ship to different countries in Asia and Africa. And we listened, but we didn't really appreciate it when we were your age. So it wasn't until I graduated from Keystone College with crazy student loans and no job. My dad said, "Here's your student loans." And I didn't know what to do, and my sister had already enlisted from high school, so I joined the Army. My dad was right.
Imagine that. Imagine that, everybody.
Imagine that. So I joined active duty for 5 years as a military police officer and became a special agent investigating felony level crimes within the Army and protecting everybody who lived on the Army installation. It was the best decision I ever made to this day, aside from marrying my husband. But not only did the Army pay off my student loans from Keystone College, keep that in mind, but I was also able to use government funding to get my 2 master's degrees once I got out of the Army. So if you think something is impossible, it really isn't. How many of you guys love school? So a lot like school, I was 23 years old, but I learned a lot in the Army from the people who led me and taught me what I needed to know to do my job as a military police officer. Not only did I learn the job necessities, but I also learned the values that I needed to succeed in whatever I put my mind to, which wasn't public speaking. But I succeeded otherwise. Luckily, I never had to stand in front of people and talk with the job I had. So now imagine it's time, you're in high school, and everybody's asking, what do you want to do after high school? You don't have to go to college to succeed. They taught us when I was in high school that college was kind of like the only route to success. That's why I went to college. So if you feel pressured to decide exactly what you have to do for the rest of your life, and if you don't know what you want to do, guess what? Join the military. It's not that bad. If I could do it literally any
Our next song began as a poem. It was written by a woman in 1893. Her name was Catherine Bates. The lyrics described the stunning landscape she saw while visiting Pikes Peak. The view was so beautiful, she said. All the wonders of America seemed to be displayed in this one place. 130 years later, America the Beautiful is still proudly sung by all Americans. Please welcome soloist, 4th grader, Millennia Da Silva. Please welcome to the mic, retired Private First Class, David Lee.
Well, my name is David Lee. I'm your grandfather. I served in the United States Marine Corps Fortunately, we didn't have a war, thank God. Being enlisted, you are designated job to complete during your service. My job was to make sure all necessary equipment was ordered and delivered where they needed it. I just want to say thank you all for having us, and thank you to Armstrong for having us. Thank you.
And now, a few words from retired Army Specialist Michael Silva.
So, excuse me. Ms. Ganal asked me to speak. I wasn't always like gung-ho about going in the Army. It actually, I think, started at your age. I would go to Volca for their shows, and the National Guard was always there every year. And I always thought like the tanks and all that was cool. And then I got into high school and I said, what am I gonna do? So I joined, and I had 2 weeks left in basic, and the towers fell. And then in '04, I was in Iraq, and I won't talk about that. But the experience I got out of being in the Army, I can say, is experiences that you won't get without doing it. Without going into the Army, I never probably would have gotten to Hawaii. Being in Hawaii, I swam with sea turtles, hammerhead sharks. I've climbed a volcano on the Big Island. I've got to see it. I've been to Thailand, Japan, Germany. I've even flown over the North Pole, saw where Santa Claus lived, while watching auroras out the plane window. I couldn't have done that without being in the military. Would I have done it again? In a heartbeat. I think all of us would. And Ms. Ganal asked me, why did I actually do it? It's because of all you. That scene was amazing. It was beautiful. And that's exactly why I think all of us pretty much do it for the future of America. So thank you.
At this time in our program, we pause to remember those veterans that are no longer with us. Veterans that had attended our program at one time. Veterans like our grandpas and grandmas, aunts and uncles, and all those who served this great nation. Let us take a moment of silence. Thank you. Here is an amazing fact. Currently, there are 2.8 million men and women serving in the United States military. That's a lot of people. But those 2.8 million are protecting the freedom and safety of 347 million U.S. citizens. Wow, so few serve so many. With that said, we'd like to sing a special song of thanks to our guests. On September 14, 1814, after the battle at Fort McHenry, Francis Scott Key wrote the Star-Spangled Banner. Over 200 years ago, he called America the land of the free and the home of the brave. These words are as true today as their were then. Please stand and join in singing our national anthem.
Possibly my favorite part of the program. Only a few short years ago, my grandpa stood on this very stage for this program. He was beyond proud to be a United States Navy veteran, and I couldn't have been more proud of him. I hope that the students sitting here with their veteran will one day feel the same. As honored guests, As each military song is played and sung, please stand as you are able and be recognized. United States Coast Guard.
Say
cook to honor our guests. So I'm proud of you, and give them another round of applause. So at this point, I'd like to have some helpers present a special gift from us to our, well, I have my helpers up here, and I thank you because we always have volunteers to help here at Neil Armstrong. So we are going to take a moment and present them each with a special gift so that they always remember us and they always remember today. So could we do that now? I want to put up a picture of the gift that we have for each of our friends. I never usually use a script, do I? No, because I can always talk, right? Yes, but sadly, it's almost the end of our program, and I would be very remiss if I did not recognize somebody. So today, taking the role of Master of Ceremonies without question, practicing, organizing his binder, organizing my binder, paying great attention to every detail, even today, because I couldn't find my jacket, but he knew exactly where it was. He did anything and everything today to make sure it was perfect to honor the people sitting here today. Selflessness, commitment, dedication, responsibility, these character traits certainly seem very much like those of people in the military. So although our friend is not in the military, I would like to take a moment to present him with the Medal of Citizenship for what he did for us today. Would you please clap it up for Zach McLean? Yes. I leave you with these words today for us, for the adults that are here, words from President John F. Kennedy. As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, not to just sing them, not to just say them, but to live by them. The people behind us live by the words that they say. They live by what they do. We need to live with spirit by which our nation's veterans have so nobly served. The spirit of courage, the spirit of honor, and the spirit of America. I am grateful to our guests who took the time out of their lives to celebrate with us today. I thank all of you who helped make today happen. I'm grateful for all our students. You worked so hard, and all the extra tasks that everybody took on. But I'm most grateful and most proud that you're sitting here in front of me. You showed honor and you showed respect. and there's nothing more that I could ask for. So, with that, we are going to send our veterans on their way, and let's sing so proudly, "You're a Grand Old Flag." What are you going to say? All right. Very good. Teachers, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it as well. And whatever which way Principal Bradley would like us to leave, that would be great.